Hi, I'm Darren from Isotonic Studios and welcome to this, the third video guide for Signal by Chaos Culture, our MaxforLive modulation toolkit for Ableton Live. In this video we'll take a look at the two new modules that we've released as part of phase 3. It's a free update to all subscribers available to download now from isotonicstudios.com. To start things off, I've already inserted Signal into this live set and I've mapped the dial to the filter cutoff of the synthesizer sound. Okay, first we're going to look at the new step sequencer called Steps for short. Let's spawn it from the browser and connect it to the remote. Now the step sequencer should be controlling the filter cutoff. Sweet. We can of course change the duration for each of the steps and how many steps exist using these controls at the top. If you're familiar with the function module, you probably guessed already that you can have as many curves as you want and switch between them at will. In fact, almost every part of the functionality of the function module has been replicated, such as the overlay and display of multiple curves, which is great to keep curves in the background as a reference whilst you're editing. Switching between curves can of course be automated or modulated with any other signal. Now this module is technically much more than a step sequencer because you can create curves and draw any shape into it. The knobs below only exist to quickly draw steps into the curve. The step sequencing itself is actually part of the graph functionality and is available in many other modules. The function module is of course one of them, and you can engage the step sequencing mode by holding down the Command and Shift keys while dragging in the graph itself. This shortcut exists in the steps module as well. The copy and paste functions, they work across different module types as well as different signal instances or even entire live sets. Within the options of the steps module you'll find some familiar settings such as the quality menu. The lossless mode, for example, will generate the output value for every sample on the fly, while the numbers are the amount of samples per step that should be pre-rendered. This setting right here allows you to specify the amount of available curves. And remember, in Signal there are no range limits. You can generate and use practically any number. This makes it possible to work in a different unit, such as semitones, which you can also enable in the Steps module. The second addition to Signal is the Crossfade module. This one is pretty basic, but it's very useful in some situations. To demonstrate it clearly, I'm going to spawn two LFOs and crossfade between them. I'll just increase the speed of the second LFO, and the crossfade output here will have both LFOs mixed together, as we can see in the monitoring in the bottom left. The fader in the Crossfade module obviously fades between both signals. However, this is just a linear fade at the moment, and we can change that with the curve number on the right. Using a positive number, both signals will be more present. And we also have a few modes to choose from. Equal power, for example, is designed for fading between audio signals without the overall volume dropping at the middle. It can, of course, also be used for fading modulation sources. With the mode sector separated, the fader will switch between both inputs in the middle, so that will never actually mix the two together. It's basically a fade out and fade in. And finally, the mixed mode will ensure that only one input is scaled at a time. If the fader is directly in the middle, both inputs will be added together without any alteration. And with a negative curve number, you'll get a typical DJ crossfader. All right, let's experiment a little and crossfade between the two step sequences. Let me just delete all the other things that I don't need anymore. I'll probably fast forward the video at this point. So that's the new Steps and Crossfade modules, part of the Phase 3 update of Signal, available to download for subscribers at isotonicstudios.com. If you'd like to learn more, then consider joining our Facebook group, which is at facebook.com/group/signal users, for sneak peeks or to get in contact with us directly. We're happy to answer any questions there and of course listen to your suggestions. In fact, this new step sequencer module came as a direct result as a question asked in that Facebook group. Thanks for watching. Cheers.